Good morning, children, and I welcome you to the EVS 2 class for the second time of the day, isn't it? We have met just before one of the classes in the life classes. So, children, you remember what we studied in the life class? Yes, I hope you all remember. Then, children, what did we study? We studied about the sources of water. And what were the sources of water? We studied about the natural and the artificial sources. And what were the natural sources? Natural sources which are already present in nature. Okay, children? Like we have ponds, wells, rivers, lakes, seas, oceans. All these are natural sources. And then what were the artificial sources? We have studied three artificial sources. One is wells, okay, and one is tube wells, and one is bore wells. I hope you all remember the pictures which I showed in the slide in the live class. Okay, so then children, we shall proceed with the lesson. You all take out a textbook, as I always tell you, take out a textbook and take out lesson number 5. Okay, and what is lesson number 5? Again, can you all show me the action? Water, water everywhere. Okay, again, water, water everywhere. You all remember this section, okay, for this lesson. Then children, we shall proceed with our next topic. Now in your book itself, you can see that this picture is there, and this picture, many things are there. You don't get confused. I am there. I will explain each and every part. Okay, first you just look at the picture, and here you can see some clouds are there, and from the clouds rain is pouring. Then some mountains are there, and in the mountains what's happening? The snow is there, and then from the mountain at first a stream is following, stream of water is following, then it becomes a river, and then the river falls in the sea and ocean. Then there you can see under the earth, you can see groundwater is there. Okay, and one more important thing is there. What is written here? Very important, that rain as the main source of water. Okay, now we'll study why rain is the main source of water. Okay, children, so let's proceed. Beautiful picture, isn't it? Okay, so here it's written, some rainwater flows into the rivers and streams. The water from the river goes to the seas and oceans. So children, what it's given here, some rainwater flows. What happens when rain falls? Okay, when rain falls on the surface, on the earth, what happens? Rain, it fills the rivers and streams, and these rivers and streams then become abundance in water, and then they fall in these rivers and streams, they fall in the seas and oceans. Okay, so you can see rain has filled up the rivers, okay, and streams, and this river, they again fall in the seas and oceans carrying lot of water. So here also rain has become the main source of water, isn't it? If there would not have been any rain, there would not have been any water in the rivers, and there would not have been any seas and oceans also. Okay, as I told you earlier. Then next, what is written? Some rainwater collects over the ground to form lakes and ponds. Some water goes under the ground as groundwater. Okay, and sometimes it comes in the form of what it's given, water springs. Again, I'll show you the picture. What happens? Some rainwater, it also goes under the ground. Okay, some pores are there, okay, on the surface of the earth. Okay, there might be some cracks also. So what happens when rain falls on these cracks or pores, okay, or holes, okay, just remember holes are there on the ground, and what happens? These small, very small holes, what happens? Water then goes inside the earth, and inside the earth also you will find some water, and this water is called groundwater. Okay, so and what was written? sometimes it comes out in the form of water springs. And again, what happens, this groundwater itself, sometimes what happens, it comes out of the earth, okay, on the surface of the earth. This groundwater, again, it comes out on the surface of the earth through some cracks, okay. When the groundwater becomes full of water, then what happens, it cannot hold any more water, then it comes out of the earth through some cracks and then forms some small springs or ponds, okay. So children, then we can see, to use the water stored under the ground, we dig wells, bore wells and tube wells. And children, to use this groundwater only, okay, to use this water which is inside the ground, what do? We make some artificial sources of water, okay. As I showed you in the live class, we make wells, we dig, okay, wells, bore wells and tube wells, okay. These are the artificial sources of water which is used to use the natural source of water. Let's see. Yes, these are the this is a picture of a well, then a bore well and a tube well, okay. I think you all have seen these three pictures. This site is very common, a well, okay. You can find in villages people drawing water from under the ground in order to use the water which is under the ground, they make wells. And tube well also you can see in the city of Guwahati in some places, okay. And this is bore well, which is used in the farms, okay, to give water to the agricultural land, to the crops which is grown. So children, these are the artificial sources of water, and these pictures I have already shown you in the live classes, and I have told you these are the artificial sources of water. So children, we shall stop till here. What did we learn today? We'll just do a quick recap. We learned, children, that rain is the main source of water, isn't it? Rain is the main source of water, and rain fills the streams and rivers, and these streams and rivers then falls in the, where does it falls? It falls in the seas and oceans. Then rain also, through some tiny holes, it goes inside the ground, and then we can find groundwater, okay. And what is groundwater? Groundwater is the water found inside the ground. Groundwater is formed due to the water from the rain which goes inside the earth. And sometimes what happens, this groundwater becomes so full, they want to come out of the ground, and what happens, through some cracks it come out on the surface of the earth, okay. It's come out to the ground, and we can find springs, lakes, ponds, etc. on the surface of the earth. So children, then how can this groundwater be used? This groundwater can be used, you can see in the picture which is in front of you, by making wells, tube wells and bore wells. By making all these three, we can use the groundwater properly, okay children. But remember one thing, you should save water, okay. Don't waste water, okay. Always remember, we should always save water. We should not waste water, because water is very scarce and all living beings need water. So we shall stop till here, okay children. Then children, have a good day and take care, okay. Bye bye.